Cat went back as a ghost. People and animals have this special bond. It goes beyond the physical realm and even stays behind when all else has gone. Cat went back as a ghost. Vera took her pen and began to write in her journal, pausing from time to time. She found it hard to look back in the past. It was too painful, too close to the heart. She knew she had to do this in time, but every time she tried, something just hurt inside. She just could not explain it. She thought it better to put it in writing. She had to leave for Canada to start a nursing job, but she could not bring her dear Max. Max was her beautiful cat, and she loved him ever so dearly. With a heavy heart, she left her dear Max with her mother. She did not even say her goodbyes, as she knew that she would not go if she did. She called her mom every day to ask about the cat, feeling she betrayed her little Max. "Oh, don't worry about Max. He's a tough cookie," her mom said, not wanting her daughter to worry. Vera knew her cat very well, and she knew he would notice that she was gone. He would be stressed when she was in the grocery or the hairdresser. They have this kind of connection, a strange personal link. Even if her mother assured her that everything was fine, she had a feeling that it was contrary to the truth. True to what she thought, the cat really missed her a lot. Max was used to her mom and her house, for they stayed there a lot. The house has a second floor, and the cat moved up and down the stairs in search of Vera. Max went everywhere around the house, hoping to find her precious owner. Then it began, the sorrowful wailing of a lonely cat. "He has my mom," Vera tried to tell herself. Who was she kidding? Max is Max. If only she could get a job back home. She worried a lot for Max, wondering if he was eating right. She remembered the day when he stopped eating, and she was the only one who could coax him to have a bite. She was becoming panicked. She was starting to get depressed, and was really missing home, missing Max. There was nothing she could do. She needed the money so desperately, and she knew she had to keep working, away from home. Vera's mom went to clean Vera's room, found the cat lying curled up like a ball on the bed. She dusted up a bit in the room and vacuumed the floor. Max did not budge, which is unusual. She began to talk to Max while she cleaned the room. No response. He usually purrs or makes those conversational sounds. Vera's mom stopped and looked back at the sleeping cat. "Max," she said tentatively, reaching out to stroke his back. She then realized what happened. Max passed away in the night. Vera could not believe what she was hearing over the phone. The news of Max passing nearly killed her inside. She was crying uncontrollably while clutching the phone close to her heart. "How could you leave him like that?" she said to herself, feeling guilt creeping into her soul. She never even said goodbye. But how was she to know that it was the last time she would see Max? Now it was too late. She was never going to see him again. Never again. All the money she made never did really matter. Soon she found herself back in her empty home. She did not completely forget her cat, and it still pained her to remember what happened years ago. How she loved dear Max, and she would give anything for a last farewell hug. Years have gone by, but one morning, out of the corner of her eye, she noticed a shadow going down the stairs. She was positive it was something. She was not going crazy, and it was certainly not her shadow. Goosebumps covered her all over as she tried to push the thought out of her mind. Then it happened again. As she sat up from her bed, she could have sworn that a small shadow crossed the door and into the stairs. She rubbed her eyes, forcing herself to wake up. It may be a dream, but she could not be completely sure. It was impossible. He was gone. Later on that day, when Vera was having tea in the kitchen, she heard a stressful cat sound. It sounded lost and unhappy. It sounded like it was coming from the backyard. She immediately went out to search for the poor thing. She searched high and low and found nothing. It must be in the house. She looked everywhere, but the cat was nowhere in sight. Funny though, she thought the cry sounded familiar. It felt like Max. She brushed everything off and went to bed that night. And as she drifted off to sleep, she began to dream. Max was purring as she stroked his back. His eyes were fixed on her as they slowly closed lazily. She woke up with a start, her eyes trying to get accustomed in the dark. She was not sure if she was truly awake. Something has bumped against her head, and she was wondering if she was still dreaming. Maybe it was just her imagination, but she was not quite sure. She found it hard to go back to sleep. She just lay there in bed, staring at the ceiling. She stretched her leg for a while, and to her surprise, there was something at the edge of the bed. She looked over, but there was nothing. Not a thing. Vera sat on the bed with a sigh. Across from the bed was her dresser. On top of it was a collection of photo frames, one of which held a photo of her and Max. It all came back in a rush. Where she sat was the exact spot the photograph was taken. Max usually goes up and down the stairs to make sure she was there. He used to wake her up with a little nip on her toes to indicate that he was hungry. He sleeps at the edge of the bed, curled like a fuzzy ball. He usually played with his cat toys all the time, not caring they were all over the place. He used to give a lot of head bumps, reminding her how much and how often. Tears began to stream down her face. She looked up to see a quick glimpse of Max near the photo. He found his human and now he's home. Love for a beloved pet never really goes away. It stays, lingers, the heart remembers.
This video has been made in Vidnami, the greatest video creator of all time. Click on the link below to try it for free. In connection to this video, the narration you heard has been created in Synthesis, the home of human-sounding voiceovers. Click on the link for more information. If you like this video, do us a favor and hit the like button, leave a comment, or give a suggestion for the next topic. It would not hurt if you subscribe and hit the bell button. Thanks for watching.